Hi crocheters of the world, in this tutorial we will knit a little bit. So actually I am here to show you this lovely beautiful fancy stitch pattern that I found. It's, I don't know, look at it. It's so fancy, so beautiful that I really want to create with this stitch a blouse, a sweater. I don't know, I want because it's beautiful. But if you don't want to work a blouse or something so maybe difficult, you will say, or so complicated, you will say, you can just go ahead and work a scarf. You will have the most beautiful scarf in the world, believe me. And it's easy because you just continue on. You can work a ring scarf, so just continue on for the length that you need. And here you just sew the beginning with the end, and you just have a lovely scarf. So it's you to decide what you will want to work with this, or you can work a baby blanket, or you can work a cushion. So there are so many beautiful things that you can work with, not only a blouse, but it's just, in my opinion, that would be such a lovely blouse. Okay, so just go ahead. Actually, I have this beautiful soft, so soft superwash merino that you can find in our shop. I let you the link below, in so many beautiful colors if you want to work with this one for a scarf maybe. It's so soft, so nice. It is to be worked with 4mm needles, and you'll see, you can see it here. Now for the stitch, it's a multiple of 6 plus 2. The 2 are the border yarns, the border stitches, so it's actually a multiple of 6, and we will have sequences of 6 that we will repeat for the width that we need. Here I have 24 plus 2, so I have 26 stitches on this swatch that I'm working at. I don't know, it's really lovely. Now I wrote down here, actually you have it written, this on my blog or below this tutorial. I'm not sure where to publish it, but there will be. So you can just please follow this, my advice. Just put it on a piece of paper. There are 8 rows, only 8 rows repeat. Actually, there are only the knitted rows, not the purl rows, so the wrong side rows, because the wrong side rows are so easy. Most of all are purl all. So there are actually only 4, I can say 4 rows to repeat, and that's all. So let me just show you how to work it. So we will begin with a multiple of 6 plus 2, and in my case I have 26, and you will knit 1 row, purl 1 row, and then you are ready to begin with your pattern stitch. So knit 1, purl 1, and let's go on. Let's suppose that here is the beginning, so I knitted 1, I purled 1, and now I'm just ready to begin my first pattern stitch row. And let's see how. Okay, so I have here, you can also use, sorry, that's one more thing I want to tell you, you can also use a row counter, and you can just count your rows. So when you put it aside, it's something that you have to do. I don't know, it's the cell phone that is ringing or something else, and you have to do something and you want to put it aside. You will know when you take it back to work, to continue working, you will know where you are. Okay, so just because I don't have here one, but you know what the row counter is. Okay, so I will keep it here. Okay, so first, of course, we will begin and we will end with the border stitches, and in each knit row we will slip as if to knit the first, and in each purl row we will purl as if to slip as if to purl the very first stitch, and the last we will just knit it on the knitting on the right side, and we will just purl it on the wrong side. Okay, so this is about the first and the last stitch, the border stitches. Now let us begin with the sequence of the very first row, and the sequence the sequence of the very first row, it's like this: knit 1, yarn over, slip, knit, and pass the slipped one over the knitted one and out of the needle. Okay, then K2 together, which is knit 2 together, but it's a kind of strange thing that we will do, because before we will knit 2 together. So we will slip the 2 on the right side needle, then from the back take the first, and then from the front take the second. So we just switch the very first one, so actually the second it's here. Okay, so we switch it, and now we just work 2 together. Okay, so always before of the 2 together you will do so. Yarn over again and knit. This is the sequence to repeat for the multiple of 6 that you decided to put for the width that you want for your project. So let us repeat it. So we knit, we yarn over, we slip, knit, and pass the slipped one over the knitted one, and this is a decrease actually, and then we decrease one more, but with the K2 together, with the knit 2 together. So slip them all, take from the back, and this one from the front. So we just switch this one, we take it from the back and knit 2 together. Again, yarn over and knit. So we begin with knit and yarn over, we finish with the yarn over and knit. So again, let us repeat the sequence: knit, yarn over, then pass, knit, and slip, knit, and pass the slipped. Then we knit 2 together, but we first of all want to switch this one. Okay, and now we knit the 2 together, and we finish with yarn over and knit 1. Let's go on one more time. Knit 1, yarn over, slip, knit, and pass the slipped. Okay, then knit 2 together, but first of all we want to take this like this, and I will tell you in a second why. Then knit 2 together, yarn over and knit. And of course this is the border stitch we knit when we are on the right side. Okay, this was the very first row of the sequence to repeat. Let's go on with the second row. Each even row will be a purl row, so a wrong side row, and each odd number row will be a right side row. So we purl all. Slip as if to purl the first, and the rest you just purl all that you have, even the yarn overs. Don't forget about the yarn overs, very important. Don't let them fall down from the needle. This is for beginners, okay? So don't let them slip down from the needle, just purl them all. Okay, and just work. I just purl all my stitches, and then we will go on with the third row. Third row is again a right side row. We will knit, and on the knitting rows, let's say the pattern stitch is it's important actually. That is the pattern stitch, okay? That's why I tell you there are only 4 important rows, and we just worked the first. Now let's go on with the second, which is actually the third row of the pattern stitch. Into the third row we will work like this. Of course we slip as if to knit the very first, and this is just like that. Okay, now let us go on with the sequence to repeat. So we will knit 1, we will knit 2 together. Always when we have to knit 2 together, as I said, we just slip them both, then this one we just turn it, and now we are ready to knit 2 together. And just because we have this, we want this nice line, okay? That's why we switch one before we knit 2 together. Knit 2 together, and now we yarn over once, we yarn over twice. So we have to yarn over twice. Then we slip, knit, and pass the slipped over the knit, and we knit 1. This is a sequence that we have to repeat. So again, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over twice, slip, knit, and pass. And the last will be a knit. Okay, let's go on with the next. So knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over twice, and slip, knit, and pass. Then knit 1 more to finish the sequence. So this is actually knit 2 together and slip, slip, knit, pass are 2 decreases, okay? Only that one is decrease to the right, so the knit 2 together, it's actually the decrease to the right, and slip, knit, slip, knit, pass, it's the decrease to the left, okay? So actually we go in that direction. This is how we form the pattern. Okay, so let's go on again with our pattern stitch. So we knit 1, then we knit 2 together, we yarn over twice, we slip, knit, and pass. This is the second decrease, and then we knit to finish. And of course the border stitch is a knitted stitch. Okay, we just finished with the 3rd row. Actually, it's the 2nd row of the pattern to repeat. The second of the 4 important, the second of the 4 right side rows. Okay, so the 3rd row it's ready. Let's go on with the 4th row. The 4th row it's a wrong side, a purl, and it's a purl all, but where we have the double yarn overs, we will purl the first yarn over and we will knit the second yarn over. So slip as if to purl the first, and then go ahead and purl to the first double yarn over. Here it is. So we purl the first, we knit the second. That's all. Okay, so the rest we just continue on and we purl all. So here we have the 2 yarn over, we purl the first, we knit the second, and then we just purl all. This is the difference, we just knit the second yarn over, the rest it's all purl. Okay, so purl the first, knit the second, and continue on. You are again on our 2 yarn overs. We purl the first, we knit the second. Just go ahead and work 1, 2, and the last. We always purl the last when we are on the wrong side. Okay, this was the row number 4. Let's continue on with the row number 5. So as you can see, it's pretty easy. It's not that difficult. It's only that we must have the little piece of paper with the these 8 rows. We must have it in front of us. Okay, so just because we want to know, it's not just easy to memorize it. Okay, maybe we will memorize it after some repeated sequences, but just it's better to have it. Now let's go on with the 5th row. On the 5th row, always slip as if to knit the first. We are on the right side. So we will begin with a knit two together, knit two together, and yarn over. Then we will knit one, knit two, and we will yarn over again, and we will slip, knit, and pass the slipped. So let us repeat the sequence. So knit two together, yarn over, knit one, knit two, yarn over, and the other decrease to the left, pass, slip, knit, and pass. Okay, let us continue on by repeating this sequence. So knit two together, don't forget to switch the first, turn the first, knit two together, yarn over, knit one, knit two, yarn over, and the decrease to the left, slip, knit, and pass. Again, knit two together, the decrease to the right, yarn over, knit, knit, yarn over, slip, knit, and pass. And of course knit the last. Here we are, we finished the 5th row, so it's not that difficult. Now we will purl all into our 6th row. We are on the wrong side, we have a even number row. We slip as if to purl the first, and then we just go ahead and purl all even our yarn overs. There are only 2 rows where we have double yarn over. It's the row number 3rd that we already worked it, and it's the row number 7 that we are about to work. And after these 2 rows on the purl side, so on the wrong side, where we have double yarn over, we purl the first and we knit the second. The rest is only purl all. Okay, so let's go ahead and work our 7th row. And the sequence for it's like this. So we always slip as if to knit. We begin with a yarn over, so we will finish with a yarn over the sequence. Yarn over, slip, knit, and pass. And this is the left decrease. So we go ahead and work, so they are little diamonds. So now we just want to close, okay? That's why we slip, knit, and so we decrease on the left. So decrease on the left. Then knit 1, knit 2, and then decrease on the right. So it's knit 2 together. Knit 2 together. As you can see, we decrease on the right to the right. And we finish as we began the sequence with a yarn over. That's why we will obtain yarn overs, because we began with a yarn over. Then slip, knit, and pass. This is decrease to the left. As you can see, is to the left. Then we knit 1, knit 1. So we can follow as we go our pattern if it's good or wrong. It's right or wrong. So we knit 2, then we knit 2 together, which is the decrease to the right. And yes, we did it. So as you can see, it's to the right. And we finish with a yarn over. Again, yarn over to begin the next, then slip, knit, and pass. Then knit 2, 1 and 2. Now we will decrease to the right, so we knit 2 together, and we finish with a yarn over. Begin with a yarn over, then slip, knit and pass, then knit 2, 1, 2, then knit 2 together, so we decrease to the right, and we finish the sequence as we begin with a yarn over, and of course with our border stitch. This is the last of the right side, so of the knitting side, and now we go on with the 8th row of the sequence repeat, which is the last purl stitch. So we have yarn overs, double yarn overs, where we will purl the first and knit the last. Slip as if to purl, and purl all to the double yarn over. Reach the double yarn over. Yes, we have it here. We purl the first, we knit the second, and we continue on. Purl, purl, purl to the next double yarn over. I have one more. We purl the first, we knit the second, and we go ahead and purl, purl, purl. We have to purl 4 actually, and we purl the first and knit the second yarn over, purl, 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 which is purl 4, and we have the last yarn over, which is just purl, and purl the border stitch too. Okay, this is what we have, and this is the sequence to repeat. So, isn't it just lovely? So it's not that difficult. We just have to be to focus. So to focus on the stitch. So please write it down on a piece of paper. Take your row counter and just try it. Try it on a ring scarf or on a scarf. Will be the most beautiful scarf in the world. Look at it. Even the wrong side, it's lovely. Even the wrong side. So, if you are not a knitter or you are a beginner knitter, you just can give it a try. You will have so much satisfaction. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy this tutorial and see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.